boys' side, we had 12 freshmen, 18 sophomores, 19 juniors, and 10 seniors. So we had solid numbers this year, which was fantastic to see. Our final record of the year was 4-1, so improvement from last year. Next year, I'm hoping that we can go undefeated, and I think that can happen with some of the conversations I've already had. Our theme of the year was Be the Giant, and so with that being said, we have, if you look at our coaching staff, they're all alumni. Half of us are alumni, and so they have left a legacy, and they have used their former athletes to motivate them and go from there. So that's kind of was our theme for the entire year. So with that, we picked athletes of the meet. So our athletes of the meet for the boys' side was Tristan Stevens was for Chickadee Com, Josh Morant was the West Side, Sung was Chickadee, Colin and Owen, I believe, were Central, Luca was Holyoke, and Andrew Ray was the Canaan Fight. So congratulations to them. And they were for outstanding performances or their work ethic throughout the week that carried over into their success within the meet. As a team, each year our goal is to try to have 50% of our team qualified. We had 29, so we were over that number, which was including our relays and our alternates for this league meet. This was a lofty goal, but we're able to do it each year because of the work that they put in before they even come to us. With that being said, we went into Western Mass. And it was a really great meet. We ended up second overall, which is the best place we've had in 10, 11, 12 years, somewhere around there. And then individual champions, we had Logan Walsh in the 800 with a time of 1:54.33. He also was the Western Mass champion in the mile with 4:30.89, and he was the Western Mass champion in pole vault with 11.6. And then we also had Devin Skiba in the high hurdles, and he ran 14.82. Then we went the following week to our 2-day adventure to Westfield State. And at Westfield State, that's our divisional state championships, we ended up 4th as a team. So that was fantastic. And our individual champion, we had Logan in the 800 and the mile again. And then the following week after that, we went into the Meet of Champions, and that was at Fitchburg State. Logan ended up second in the 800. He also qualified in a mile. Devin ran the high hurdles, and he placed 9th. And then the 4x18 placed 13th, and that was Kyle Martin, Joe Kerouac, Logan Walsh, and Lucas Franco. And that whole crew of Logan, Devin, and our 4x8 all qualified for New England's, which is tomorrow at UNH. So we're super excited for that. Last couple of exciting things that occurred during our season. One of them, we ended this week with a decathlon. Kids tried out and we went through a variety of different focusing points to prepare. But the decathlon is 10 events over a 2-day time period. We had our own Ludlow decathlon this year at Minnechaw, and I would like the following people to come up to get your medals, because they weren't ready for the other day, but they got some t-shirts as well. Am I doing the medals too? Okay, I don't have their placing. All right, so first place was Devin Skiba. Come on up. Second place was Ben Silvera. Third place was Sung. Fourth place was Vinny. Fifth place was Tristan. Yeah, sure, I love a good picture. Sixth place is Owen. And 7th was Joe. Joe Don. Sung was 3rd. Okay, well, okay. Now we're also, why we have them up here, we're going to talk about the girls, because they also participated in this 2-day event, but theirs is called a heptathlon. And the heptathlon has 7 events. And first place was Audrey Afonso. Second place was Faith. Third place was Kirsten. Fourth place was Sophia Sternowski. And 5th place was Karina. Go stand next to the boys. You hung out with them for those 2 days. right, put your medal on. Yeah. Get fancy. Okay. All right, and now we have a few other people that we'd like to recognize for some significant accomplishments throughout the season, and they are our 4 new school record holders. So we have, not all the medals have come in, because they were picked this past weekend. So we have a little bit of a pause on some of the medals, but we wanted to have you come up and we're going to do a picture. First is Devin Skiva in the high hurdles. 1482 is what he ran. Logan Walsh in the 800 with the 154.33. Logan Walsh also in the mile with a 417.63. And then we have our 4x8 team, which was Kyle Martin, Lucas Franco, Joseph Kerouac, and Logan Walsh with a time of 8:04.86.
So, very impressive award here for the record holders. Unfortunately, they ran out of stock on them, so we only have one right now, which goes to the senior, but at least you all know what you'll be getting.
No, you'll get them. They're just coming in. You guys broke it this weekend. They couldn't get them in that fast. They haven't have that one in stock. All right, get together for a picture.
You know what? Why don't we get all the school records up here together?
Oh, okay. So then we go on to Elena Chaplin in the shot put, 43 feet 1 3/4. Okay. Audrey Afonso in the long jump, 17 feet 1 and something. And then also in the 100. Sorry, I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. And also in the 100, and she ran 12.4. All right, get together.
Oh, wait, we don't have a lamp down now. We have a picture.
Oh. Kai, can you take a picture? Or Gabby, can you take a picture, please? Yeah, Gabrielle. All right, thank you. All right, so now I'm going to turn the mic over to Coach Walsh to talk about a quick summary of the girls' season.
All right. Girls overall, another very successful season, which one thing we might not realize, it's now 2 undefeated seasons in a row. We lost to Southwood by a point. So we have 1 loss in the last 3 years. But overall, we continue to be strong, which is always the goal. And people I don't think a lot of people realize, like Ludlow track and field, we've been very strong for 15 to 20 years. And so all of you are keeping that up. What I was thrilled about this year is I feel like I can feel the growth of our track and field program coming back to where it used to be. And that just says a lot about all the athletes we have here in this room. One thing I look at is, and we've talked about this several times, and you all know I've made comments about it, we didn't have a facility to train. A couple things. I love our success without having a facility, right? Boys 2nd at Western Mass, girls 7th at Western Mass. Fantastic. But not only that, everybody stuck with it, okay? This was a challenge for your coaches, for you and everything. We're in a parking lot here. No, let's meet at Vets. Let's figure out what we're going to do. You're going to long jump on the pavement. You're doing hurdles in the parking lot. Tough thing to do, right? We're making a track on the parking lot, things like that. Those things make it all tough. But not a single one of you were like, oh, this stinks. This is awful. I don't want to do this, right? Everybody stuck with it. Everybody worked hard. which is so huge and so important, and it says a lot about all of you to be able to work through this and continue to want to get better and to continue to get better. So you can give yourself a round of applause on that. I really don't think we've talked about that enough. I mean, nobody quit this program. We had a couple issues, but overall, I'm thrilled with it. And now just think what's going to happen next year when we do have a track. That beautiful facility that they're building out there. So anyways, 7th at Western Mass, as I said, 13th at the Division 4 championships. We had 18 girls move on to the Division 4 championships. And when you look at our team, it was a good group of freshmen, a good group of sophomores, a good group of juniors, and we only had 2 seniors, but both of them were there. But certainly the program's very strong. We lose 2 strong seniors, but I think we'll continue to see this growth and make up for the seniors we're losing. Probably one of the biggest things in the season is going into the Meet of Champions with Elena Chaplin taking first place there. Also, our all-league selections, we have Elena Chaplin, Audrey Afonso, Gabby Govin, Faith Kerouac, and Sophia Gutierrez. I'm good. We can go back to Coach Paul.
Are you sure? Yeah. So we'll be starting. What'd you do?
Oh, here's your thing. That's that. Okay, so we're going to start with the words. We're going to start with will to win. Will to win is not necessarily the best person, not the one that's getting the most points on our team, but somebody that just has that drive to succeed and take our program and themselves to another full level. So this is a quote from this child, this athlete during the season. Hey, Coach Govin, can I borrow your tape measure for Sunday? And I was like, yes, Owen, you can borrow your tape measure. He consistently asked, he is striving to improve in his events. He would get into a local track on the weekend and beyond our practices with others and just try to get himself to get to that next level. His attitude, his dedication, his coachability have led him to significant personal bests. He ran a 17.8 this past week in the decathlon for the high hurdles, 110.62 in the 400 hurdles, and his hard work paid off and he qualified for both events in Western Mass. He also long jumped 17.8 and triple jumped 37 feet 1 3/4, which qualified him for Western Mass as well. He finished the season with competing in the Ludlow decathlon, which we just saw him coming up here. So congratulations to this year's Will Win athlete, Owen McCarthy.
Girls, once again, success means we have a lot of athletes that kind of fit into that mode of will to win, that athlete that wants to do better, that strives to do better, that's always working. And this is a newcomer to the team that, the biggest thing I love is probably the fact that she wasn't afraid to try things. Okay, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. And it comes to Western Mass, we needed someone for the 4x4, even though she's running the 4x1 ahead of time. Oh, I can run the 4x4 too. So not afraid to run the 100, not afraid to run the 400. Good sprinter, solid sprinter. One thing that kind of solidified this award is when we were working the javelin a couple weeks ago, is she was learning the javelin. And I think she said to Mrs. Walsh or one of you, or to Morgan, and it's like, no, I can't stop throwing the javelin until I really know how to do it. Well, that kind of explains our will to win award, right? Because she was like, no, I'm not stop. I need to get this. I need to get this and do it well and do it right. That's exactly what we want to see. So overall, very good season. Excellent all around. Not only that, showed that next year she might be part of our shot put crew. Throwing the shot put about 23 feet for the heptathlon. So the Will to Win award goes to Karina Fonseca.
She's like, she likes quality time with us. All right, we are moving on to our most improved. This player has improved. Most improved is somebody that's improved from throughout the season or from
might have just died, or from one season to another. So this year's most improved is Kyle Martin, and as he called his way up here, Kyle Martin was a significant asset. You can come on. He was a significant asset to our distance squad. His dedication to training led him to huge improvements in time. He ran 4:29.32 in the mile, qualifying for the D4 state championships. Last year he ran 4:30, so significant improvement. He also ran in the 4x18 that just broke the school record with a split of 2:05. And last year's best time was 2:11, and that qualified for the New England championships this coming weekend. He placed second at Western Mass in the 2 mile, and he placed 7th at D4, and running a new personal best of 9:43.49. We have the 5th most points on our team and a very distance-heavy squad, scoring 46.5 points. But I think some of the other things on top of just the times, race strategy, listening, the growth of him in a 4-year time period has been significant to watch and fun to see that pay off. So congratulations this year.
I want to talk a little bit about Kyle too, because I've worked closely with Kyle for 4 years, and realistically, that improvement overall and everything he's done is fantastic. Everybody knows all the distance runners, Kyle can be frustrating at times, right? He's up and down. But the growth is what's so important, the growth in everything. Kyle was absolutely awesome this year. He's always worked hard to be great. And it all came together this year. Race strategy, listening, all that. Working through everything he needed to do. And even we got even fine-tuned some race strategy stuff that he worked really well with. But I remember texting him after, was it Western Mass or States? It was after D4 States. Like, last year there was 3 distinct top distance runners in Western Mass. Kyle wasn't in that mix last year. Well, this year, he beat one of them at the Division 4 state championships, right behind the other one. So he's in that mix now as that top distance runner in Western Mass, which was awesome to see. And seeing that 2 mile he ran, but everything, putting everything together. Nice work, Kyle. Really love seeing it. The girls most improved. Another distance runner. Okay? And once again, a lot of improvements, but this one distance runner right away. First meet, what I loved is it was about mentality. And we've always talked about this. If you have confidence, you can do better, you can improve. Sure enough, we showed up to the second meet at West Springfield, and these 2 girls that beat her over and over again during the indoor season. Maddie stepped out there that day saying, I'm getting these girls. And she went after it, sat on their shoulders, broke one after a little while, started falling off a little bit, and then she was like, no, I'm not letting her go. Put in this surge, passed her, beat both those girls by quite a bit. So right away from the beginning of the season, she had an improvement not only in time, but I love seeing that switch up here, that confidence that I can beat these girls. Because I remember indoors, like, I can't get them. Now all of a sudden I can beat these girls. Moving on, we get to the championships. 25-second improvement in the 2 mile to run 12:50 in that 2 mile. Absolutely fantastic, great improvement. Deserved every part of it. Maddie Brown.
Hello?
All right, next.
question.
Oh, you're here. You want to do Lions Pride? I don't think I need the mic. Can you all hear me fine? So Lions Pride, a lot of excitement for this athlete because the change from last year to this year, it was just slight change, but just that growth again. Once again, we love growth, right? But the excitement she had for everything she does, everything we do. The excitement she had for every single athlete on this team. Love to have her at every meet. And the other day she's like, I love these long meets. And it's awesome to hear that because some people get frustrated at long meets, but as we talked about, it's what you make of it. I mean, she goes there and makes this a blast. Every single meet, she enjoys it. She's always cheering everybody on, cares about the program, cares about her own performances, continue to improve throughout the season. So our Lions Pride Award goes to Sophia Sternowski.
See ya. Okay, moving on to the boys. He went out of order. So now I gotta jump around. Hold on. No, not the order, but that's okay. We're good. Okay, so, yeah, sorry. All right, so the Lions Pride Award goes to somebody that best represents our program on and off the track. They do well in school, they stay out of trouble, respect the athletes, parents, and coaches. This particular athlete is probably one of our top recipients of this award that we've ever had in my coaching career. Ben has been has had a significant impact on our program through all 3 seasons. He is somebody that we can count on for just about basically everything. He always knows what needs to be done when it comes to getting equipment out for practice and meets. He does a check-in with us to make sure that we know where we're going, when we have to be there, what needs to be brought. He's always up and cheering for and encouraging his team. He truly cares about the program across the board, from cross-country all the way through to outdoor. He is respected by his teammates, coaches, and officials. I swear the tent would not go up if we did not have Ben, so somebody else has got to learn how to put that up, because once we lose him, you all are going to be tentless. He gives his full effort when he competes and practices. He's truly coachable. He wants to be better, and his dedication has led to personal bests in almost all his events. He focused on the 400 hurdles this year, running 61.31, and the high hurdles 17.3, and in triple jump, he jumped 37 feet 6 inches. He was also our runner-up in the Ludlow Decathlon, scored 17 points for our team this year. He placed 6th at Western Mass for the 400 hurdles and qualified for the D4 championships. He also ran in that 4x8 team at the D4 championship team. But his dedication, his leadership, he's a captain, his kindness, his respect, his work ethic, he truly is somebody that earned this honor, and I am so happy to give him this award. So congratulations, this year's Lions Award winner, Ben Silver.
Congratulations, Ben. Certainly one of those athletes that it's irreplaceable with everything he's done. Fantastic. So, all right, next we're going to talk about rookie. Our rookie of the year, I think this one's probably one of the strongest rookies we've ever had. Already mentioned earlier, broke a school record, a long-lasting school record in the 100, and also a very impressive, well, they're both, it's a school record, they're all going to be impressive, right? But, you know, it's Katie Lutakis, who was a very good athlete, had a 100 record. Casey Pereira, who had this long jump record that it kind of felt like was never going to be beat. And then Audrey goes out there one day and just jumps farther. Very impressive. So 17 feet 1 inch in the long jump, 12.4 in the 100. 2 phenomenal times. But overall, once again, just build up, getting faster and faster, staying focused on what she needs to do. And it's going to be hard as a freshman to start off strong and continue strong. And the nice thing is she continues to get stronger. Moving on to the championships, placing at Western Mass, placing at states, moving on to making the all-state meet. Not an easy meet to make, so it was very huge to be able to do all this. And scored 67.5 points on the season, was our second highest point scorer. So our Rookie of the Year goes to Audrey Alfonso. I did miss the 26.5 for the 200. Versus 200 time.
All right, for the boys' side. So, Rookie is somebody that has never done the sport before for us. They are somebody that has tremendous potential as a team leader and a performer. This year's Rookie for the boys' side is Colin St. Germain. And I want to tell you good things about Colin. So he definitely showed excellent improvement from cross-country to outdoor, and a lot of that had to do with a change in commitment and wanting to go to that next level and take things a little bit more seriously day in and day out, to the point of, don't go anywhere. Jeez, please, he's like got the warden, he's out, please. All right, on a very strong distance team, it is difficult to show how talented you are through points when you have a heavy distance squad. And so, but he definitely showcased it through his work ethic, the ability to challenge himself, the commitment to learn and succeed, the demonstration of growth from last summer to now is incredible. He ran 2:37 in the 800, 5:13 in the mile, 11:23 in the 2 mile, and he qualified the mile and the 2 mile for Western Mass as a freshman. So that's a huge accomplishment on him. And again, congratulations to Colin for a great year.
Yeah, Colin!
He's gonna yell at us if you don't stop.
All right, next we have our best in field. Our best in field, who scored, well, not necessarily who scored the most points in field, but usually they're going to score a lot of points in the field events.